Taylor Swift just got hitched. But the real buzz is about her old flame's reaction. Everyone's talking about how Taylor Swift and NFL player Travis Kelce popped the question in some epic photos. But the real surprise comes from someone we don't even know. The Twilight actor, Taylor Lautner. Instead of being mad or on her guard, Lautner's now getting all the attention for being the coolest ex in Hollywood. Seriously? This isn't the kind of thing you usually see when someone's stepping into Taylor Swift's personal life. But the story doesn't end there. When the announcement finally dropped, it felt like the internet stopped breathing for a second. Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce revealed their engagement with a set of stunning photos, the kind of pictures that look like they belong on the cover of a romance novel. In the first, the two are wrapped up in each other's arms in a garden bursting with flowers, the moment dripping with fairytale energy. And in another, Swift is caught on camera rushing to meet Kelce on the football field. That unforgettable night, the Chiefs punched their ticket to the Super Bowl. The NFL themselves reposted the photos, adding a one-word caption that summed up what millions were already feeling same. Within minutes, the post exploded across Instagram and Twitter, with Swifties and football fans flooding the comments like a tidal wave. And while fans were celebrating what felt like the ultimate crossover between pop, royalty, and sports superstardom, there was one unexpected voice about to join the conversation, and that's where the story takes a surprising turn. But here's the twist no one saw coming. Just hours after the engagement news broke, Taylor Lautner, Swift's ex from way back in 2009, hit repost on the NFL's announcement. That's right. Instead of staying quiet or dodging the headlines, he chose to publicly share the engagement photos with his own followers. Fans instantly noticed. And the reaction? Shock mixed with admiration. Because let's be honest, when it comes to celebrity breakups, we're used to cold silence, awkward shade, or even not so subtle digs. But Lautner's move felt different. It was supportive. It was wholesome. And it instantly set him apart from the usual Hollywood ex drama. The comments on his repost said it all. People were calling him the best ex ever, while others joked that he's officially more excited about Swift's engagement than some of her fans. Suddenly, Taylor Lautner wasn't just trending for being part of Swift's past. He was trending for the way he handled her future. But to really understand why this reaction hit so hard, you have to rewind back to where it all began. To really get why Taylor Lautner's reaction feels so different, you have to go back to 2009, the year the two Taylors briefly became Hollywood's it couple. They first crossed paths on the set of the rom-com Valentine's Day, where they played high school sweethearts. On-screen chemistry quickly spilled over into real life, and before long, Swift and Lautner were spotted everywhere together, from casual dinners to award shows. Fans loved it. They were young, famous, and perfectly matched, at least on the surface. But the romance didn't last long. After just a few months, Swift reportedly called it off, later admitting she was the one who absolutely ended things. Lautner, meanwhile, stayed quiet, never lashing out, never stirring up drama. Instead, he just let the breakup be. Of course, because this is Taylor Swift, the relationship didn't just disappear into thin air. It lived on in her music. Her hit song Back to December is widely believed to be about Lautner, a rare track where Swift isn't throwing shade at an ex, but instead singing a regretful apology. That twist only cemented Lautner's reputation as different from the rest. And over a decade later, that reputation still follows him. But here's the surprising part. Instead of fading out of her story, Lautner eventually came back into it, in a way no one could have predicted. Most celebrity breakups end with silence, bitterness, or distance. But for Taylor Swift and Taylor Lautner, the story took a completely different turn. Years after their split, the two reconnected, not romantically, but as genuine friends. In December 2023, Lautner opened up on the Call Her Daddy podcast, admitting that respect was the reason they could move past the breakup. In his words, when you value someone for who they are at their core, it makes forgiveness possible. Fans weren't used to hearing an ex talk about Swift with that much kindness, and it struck a chord. But the moment that truly shocked everyone came in July of that same year. During Swift's Eras tour stop in Kansas City, Lautner literally walked back into her spotlight. On stage in front of tens of thousands of screaming fans, he helped premiere the music video for I Can See You, a project he starred in alongside Swift. And the way she introduced him said it all. Swift called Lautner a positive force in her life while recording Speak, now and even praised him for performing his own stunts in the video. The crowd went wild, not just for the nostalgia of seeing the two Taylors together again, but for the rare sight of exes who'd turned into true friends. But it didn't stop there, because Lautner's wife was right there in the mix too. And her role in this story makes things even more interesting. Now here's where the story takes an even more unexpected turn, because Lautner's wife, Taylor Dome, isn't just okay with her husband's friendship with Swift. She's a full-on Swiftie herself. The two tied the knot in 2022, and Dome has openly embraced the friendship between her husband and his world-famous ex. In fact, when Lautner joined Swift on stage during the Eras tour, his wife was there cheering in the crowd, posting her support online. Fans couldn't get enough of the wholesome dynamic. No jealousy, no awkwardness, just pure positivity. And let's be real, the fact that all three of them share the same first name only added fuel to the fandom fun. People started calling them the Triple Taylors, and the internet lit up with memes about Lautner, his wife, and his ex all being part of the same little circle. It's the kind of twist you don't see often in Hollywood, where exes, spouses, and superstars can all coexist without the usual chaos. But Lautner's role in this story isn't just about positivity and friendship. He's also proud of one very unusual title, one that sets him apart from every other Taylor Swift ex. When you think about Taylor Swift's exes, there's one thing almost all of them have in common: they end up immortalized in her music. From subtle lines to full-on breakup anthems, Swift's love life has fueled some of the biggest hits of her career. But here's where Taylor Lautner stands out. He's the only one who walked away without a diss track. In fact, Lautner has joked about it himself. At a charity gala in 2023, he laughed about being labeled Taylor Swift's best ex, saying, "That sounds like a nice compliment to me. I'll take it." And his wife couldn't resist chiming in, reminding him that he's the only ex without a bitter lyric attached to his name. For Lautner, that's not just a badge of honor. It's proof of the respect and friendship he and Swift managed to preserve. It's a sharp contrast to the drama-filled stories of other exes who've inspired some of her most famous songs. And it's exactly why fans see him as different. Not just another chapter in her breakup history, but a rare example of how things can actually end well in Hollywood. But while Lautner may hold the title of Best Ex, the engagement itself has its own emotional backstory, one that fans didn't hear until Travis Kelce's family stepped in to share what really happened. In a world where Hollywood breakups usually end in bitterness, silence, or messy headlines, Taylor Lautner's reaction to his ex's engagement feels like a breath of fresh air. Instead of jealousy or shade, he chose support. Instead of awkward distance, he chose friendship. And that's exactly why fans are calling him the best ex Taylor Swift has ever had. It's rare to see this kind of maturity play out in the spotlight. And it makes you wonder, is Lautner rewriting the script for how celebrity relationships can end? Or is he just the exception in a world built on drama? So what do you think? Is Taylor Lautner officially the nicest ex in Hollywood? Drop your thoughts in the comments below, because I want to hear what you think. And if you enjoyed this breakdown of the Swift-Kelce engagement drama with Lautner's surprising twist, make sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications. That way, you'll never miss the latest scoop from the world of Hollywood's biggest names. Because trust me, the next headline is always just around the corner.